Mic check, 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 checking mic. Mic check, check, check. Mic check, 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 checking mic. Mic check, 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 checking mic. 1, 2, 3. Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Easter to one and all. Well, today we are at the School Dads Cricket Championship, red ball cricket, which is indifferent when you consider T20 cricket. But that's pretty much the case. For the first time, Bayside Sports have organized a red ball tournament. In between, this matchup taking place between the Jns Jaguars and the Mustangs. It was the Jns Jaguars. They won the toss, elected to field first apparently. They bat deep, so I believe they're looking forward to chasing down whatever the Mustangs put up on the board. 4 overs have been bowled, 21 without the loss of any wickets. The good thing is that they haven't lost a wicket. And I'm not too sure whether they would be happy with the score they put up in the power play, because when you consider the power play and only 2 fieldsmen outside the 30-yard circle, you want to be going at 7s, 8s, 9s and over. Over here, they're struggling to even keep up with 6. The current run rate is only 5.04. Now that the field restrictions have been lifted, it will definitely help the batsman to rotate the strike, which will only help them in every which way. Vishal Majumdar, 11 of 16. I'm sure he must be thinking about getting a move on. Manoj Bidwai, 6 of 10. So clearly they bowled really well, have the Jaguars, having won the toss, electing to field first. They're definitely thinking in the right direction. Okay. He's driven that well enough for a single down to long off. Jitendra Diwan, the fieldsman there at long off. Very strong batsman. Usually scores heavily for his side. Whichever side he's representing. Has always been consistent. Known for his big hitting. He's gone over the top. But how far has he hit this? It's not even crossed the 30-yard circle. Completely mistimed. And that's good, I feel, for Vishal Majumdar, because the last thing you would want is to lose a wicket at this stage. There's no doubt that the openers have struggled to get the runs, but they would want to continue now that they've spent some time at the crease. Shameen Kharbari with the ball in hand. The bowlers will get something initially, and if you can see the pitch, there is a lot of grass on the wicket, which means that if you're ready to bend your back, if you're ready to hit the right areas, you will get some assistance, just like this ball that just Shameen Karbari bowled to Manoj Bidwai. It does make a difference when you consider that the sun's out, so it will get a better wicket to bat on as the match progresses. Five overs have been bowled. 24 for no loss are the JNS Mustangs. It is quite hot out there. 32 degrees out here in Santa Cruz. We expected the highest of 36, which is very, very hot. And the lowest towards the evening and the night, it will be 27 degrees. Right, we have a left arm spinner who has been introduced into the attack for the first time. Vishal Marwana to Vishal Majumdar. Rather Manoj Bidwai. Sweeps will be only a single. Remember of a terrific square cut that Vishal Majumdar played a little earlier in the innings. Barring that, things have been quiet. Steps out, finds mid-wicket. Tossed up. Oh, he's gone over the top here. And he's connected really well here. Has Vishal Majumdar. It's gone for 4. It's just bounced before the ropes. But he's done well here, has Majumdar. Stepped out. Read the flight well. And tonked it over the bowler's head. You can't get any better than that. Hit as straight as a ramrod. Let's hope that this helps Vishal Majumdar get going here, because they seriously need to up the ante. Carved away. Bidwai wanted the single. Gets there. I'm sure JNS Mustangs might think 160 to 180 here. And they'll have to do really well from here to get to that total, because the Jaguars bat very deep. Top edge will fall safe. So they're going to have to put up a total which they can try and defend. Right, 6 overs have been bowled. 32 for no loss are the JNS Mustangs. Right, Shameen Karbari will continue. Manoj Bidwai facing up. Bidwai has gone downtown. There is long gone, so will only be a single. Vishal Majumdar has struck a boundary in the previous over of the left arm spinner, Vishal Marwana. I'm sure that might ease the nerves for Majumdar. Surname reminds me of Amol Majumdar from Mumbai. Unfortunately could not play for our country, but was an ardent servant of Mumbai cricket. Will pick up a single here. Now Bidwai has kind of struggled with his strike rate. I'm sure that's playing on his mind because we're playing T20 cricket. Down the ground. He's timed that really well. Even Diwan can't get to it. Good shot from Bidwai. Very good shot. Much needed for Manoj Bidwai. The best thing about this shot was that he did not try to overhit it. Relied on his timing. And the placement was sublime. Once it passed the bowler, it was headed to the boundary. Good shot. Very good shot from Bidwai. Oh, he's gone big on the onside here. How far has he hit this one? There is deep mid-wicket. They're coming back for the second. It's good to see Bidwai opening his arms here. They need to inject some impetus into the innings. Much better delivery, pulling his length back. Shameen Karbari. Has done well so far. Has Shameen. Has been economical. The run rate's playing on the batsman's minds. That'll always keep the bowlers interested. Mustangs going at a run a ball. I'm sure they'd want to better that run rate. Well, outside the line of the off stump will be called a wide by the umpire. Oh, he's gone downtown. But long on is relatively straight, so is long off. So will only be a single. Right, 7 overs have been bowled, 43 for no loss. Are the Mustangs and on a march. Right, we have a change in bowling here. Going down the leg side. Oh, it's been given as a wide. I think that was a bit harsh. But the line belongs to the umpire, and he felt it was besides the tram line. Cut away. In the gap. Should pick up a couple of runs here. I think Majumdar is struggling here. Sweeps. And it's taken in the deep. Very good catch by the fieldsman at deep mid wicket. And with that, Vishal Majumdar's struggles comes to an end. Fieldsman in the deep judged it pretty well in the end. And the first wicket down for the Mustangs. Batting at number 3, Rohit Saraf. He's coming with a mandate on his mind for sure. Because they know they're up against a side that bats deep. So they're going to have to take that into consideration. The Jaguars have done a very smart thing by fielding first. They wanted to take advantage of the initial help that the bowlers will get, the medium pacers that is. They haven't managed to chip away the wickets, but the good thing is that they have managed to keep the run rate down. 8 overs have been bowled. 46 for 1 are the Jns Mustangs. Kharbari is in his third over. Now Saraf is a big man, as you can see. His team would want him to play a long knock here. The thing with the Mustangs is the way that they've gone, particularly with the run rate, it is certainly getting the better of them, because they know one thing for sure is they got to up the ante. They not only got to go at 8s and 9s from here, they also cannot afford to lose wickets at the same time, because you got to challenge the Jaguars, particularly with the number of runs that they're going to put up on the board, and this is going to help. Sweeping a medium pacer, was pitched on leg stump, was a very good option, mind you. Gets a much needed boundary. The 50 comes up for the Jns Mustangs along with that. Manoj Bidwai, run a ball 22. You can see Bidwai is stepping on the accelerator in the past 3 to 4 overs. The runs are playing on his mind. He, being the set batsman, has to take the responsibility of getting the runs for his side from here. Steps out, goes through mid-wicket. But there is deep mid-wicket, so will only be a single. I'm pressing on the run rate continuously only because I know that the Jaguars would be very happy with 140, 150. Anything about 160 will challenge any team on this surface, because it is a slow surface. The ball does not quite come onto the bat the way you want it to do so. So anything about 160 and the Mustangs will still be in the game. Anything below that, and I think the Jaguars will be very happy with that. 9 overs have been bowled. 54 for 1 are the Jns Mustangs. Pick up a couple of runs here, Will Saraf. The best thing about him, Alchitalia, is that he's picked up a wicket as soon as he's come into the attack. Off spinner, keeps it tight. It's important for Saraf to know his role here. His role will not only be to rotate the strike, but it will also have to be to get a move on. They cannot afford too many dots in here. Hemal Chitalia, Wiley Fox. You can expect him to bowl wicket to wicket, keep it tight. Has a strong offside field, so he's bowling outside the line of the off stump. Steps out, but no timing whatsoever by Bidwai. Drives on the up. Will get a single. They're going to have to seriously think of the bowlers that they need to target from here. They've really taken it lightly, have the Mustangs, the first 10 overs. Always going down the leg side. Why were you even appealing in the first place? Leg by signal. Going at exactly 6 runs per over. Halfway through the inning, 60 for 1 are the Jns Mustangs whilst the players take drinks. Atul Ganeriwal, off spinner, steps out first ball. I think he'll find the boundary. Good timing, very good timing on that occasion. Manoj Bidwai using his feet beautifully on this occasion. It's good to see the intent post drinks because I'm sure they've spoken about the run rate in the drinks interval. A message would have been passed that you need to get on with the game. In the last 10 overs, even if you're looking at 100 runs, you're getting to 160. So they're targeting anything between 80 to 100 from here in the last 10 overs. Steps out again, goes over the top of the bowler's head. Long off is relatively straight, so will only be a single. Bidwa has done well here. 5 runs with the first 2 balls. I'm waiting to see the approach from Saraf. Now Atul Ganeriwal is prepared. He knows that the batsmen are going to come after him. Sweeps. Standing sweep. Strange but effective. Gets a run. Brings Bidwai back on strike. The good thing for the Mustangs is that they have 9 wickets in hand, so they have all their batsmen intact. That'll only help them get or maximize these last 10 overs. Steps out again. You can clearly see that Bidwai wants to get on with the game. He's well set. Has spent enough time at the crease. He knows that he has to be on the charge here. Stepped out. Atul did really well bowling down the leg side. Wanted to try and get a stumping in there. Wicketkeeper does well enough to not allow that ball to go or sneak through him. Atul Ganeriwal. He will be looking forward to this contest. Tosses this one up to Bidwai. Brave bowling when you know that the batsmen are coming after you. But Bidwai was taken by surprise. Only gets a single. Right, Saraf to face the last ball of the over. 8 runs have come of it so far. Now can he make this a 12-run over? Oh no, he chooses the single. They should go back for the second or decide against it. 11 overs have been bowled. 69 for 1 are the Mustangs. Swung away on the onside. Long on is very straight, so it'll beat him. Starts off the over with a boundary. Started off the previous over with a boundary. Gets it right this time round. Sharaf's done well, yeah. Worked away, finds mid wicket. Sharaf practicing a big hit after playing that to mid wicket. I'm happy to see the approach of the two batsmen now. Now we're talking. It's more T20 cricket, and that's how it should be played. Just over the bowler's head. That was mighty close. Come on, Bidwai, give us another boundary here. Steps out. Finds long on. Will be a single. With the ball coming back into the right-handers, the onside will be peppered. Right, couple of balls to go in the over. Sharaf facing up. Sharaf wanted to sweep. It was always on the cards. The only thing is he plays standing sweeps, which I'm not sure is the best way to sweep. Right, 12 overs have been bowled. 76 for 1 are the Mustangs. He's gone over the top. How far has he hit this one? Far enough for 6. And that's all that matters. Good hit. Very good hit. Sharaf has done well here. He's cleared long on comfortably this time. Once again targeting the first ball of the over. That's been the order of the innings post drinks. They're targeting the first ball. They'll get an extra run here. Poor stuff by Himal. Should have stopped that one. Now Sharaf gets back on strike here. Straight to cover. (21 of 18 to Sharaf. What happened there? It's been a good comeback by Ganeriwal after having conceded a maximum. Top stuff from Atul. He's managed to keep things tight from there. 3 dot balls in a row. Sharaf under some pressure, although he's got 8 of the first 5 balls. Those 8 runs came in the first 2 balls. They'll get a single of the last. 9 runs coming off that over. 85 for 1 after 13 are the Mustangs. Right, Chitalia will continue. Cuts. Sharaf's going back for the second. Pitched up. Does not quite time this one. Right, Bidwa has been kept off the strike lately. Last over he could not face a ball. Now he'll be on strike. Oh, come on, Bidwa. We need a lot of runs here. Partnership 42 of 35, which is pretty healthy. But they still got to get a move on here. With 9 wickets in hand, you want to be knocking on the doors of 8s and 9s every over. Right now, it's only 6.60, the current run rate. Bidwa asking the question to the umpire. He expected it to be given a wide. The umpire did not agree with him. He stepped out here. He's gone downtown. But as always, long off is relatively straight. What I've observed in these tournaments is they're very happy keeping their long off and long on straight. Yes, they stop a lot of runs in that way because Indians are so used to hitting straight. We're so used to playing gully cricket and building cricket, wherein you're hitting more often than not straight downtown. So what happens is you're so used to hitting straight down the ground that more often than not, long off, long on, if they're straight, you stop a lot of runs against Indians. Will pick up a couple of runs here. Will Saraf. Right, last ball of the over. 6 have come off it so far. He'll be targeting a boundary, Will Saraf. You can expect Hemal to pull back his length. Might not pitch this one up if he's aware that Saraf is looking to go big on this ball. There you go. He's pulled his length back off the back foot. Will only be a single. Good over from Chitalia. Only 7 of it. 92 for 1 are the Mustangs. Ashish Siroya to Saraf. He hasn't timed this. Jitendra Diwan puts it down. The sun's gotten the better of Jitendra Diwan's eyes here. You can clearly see him taking evasive action. Had a great opportunity here to pick up a wicket. Did the Jns Jaguars. Not to be the case. Saraf survives. Picks up a couple of runs. Batting power play employed. Only 2 fieldsmen allowed outside the 30-yard circle. One of them being at long gone. In this partnership, it's been Bidwai who's been off strike more often than not. Saraf has dominated, has taken more of the strike, has faced 28 balls as opposed to 15 balls that Bidwai has faced. Inside edge. Bidwai is expected to get a hold of a few here. Come on, Saraf. You'll need some boundaries here. You're the man to do it for them. The Mustangs, that is. No ball will be the signal here. He's put it to the boundary. Five runs will be added to the total, and he's going to get a free hit here, Will Saraf. Poor bowling from Siroya. There's no dew out there, so there's, if anything, maybe sweaty palms. Might have done for that no ball. Right, Saraf on the charge. Free hit coming up. Here we go. Misses the ball. Well, anticlimax. You want to put away the free hit, but he could not do it this time round, Saraf. Manoj Bidwai will be facing the last ball of the 15th over. Come on, Bidwai, you'll need boundaries. Bidwai has a run ball 33. Needs to get a move on here. Right, Bidwai, come on, go for it. He's carved that through the offside. He's found the gap to go along with that. It will go for 4. So the writing was on the wall for Bidwai, and he's done well here. 106 for 1 after 15 are the Mustangs. The good thing with the Mustangs is that the partnerships have been pretty decent. 46 the first one, 60 this one, and going on. Saraf has looked really good. Bidwai needs to get a move on. Let's hope that Bidwai can get a move on from here. Saraf's mandate has been clear. He's going after the bowling. 36 of 31. Bidwai has picked up 5 boundaries in his 37. But he's faced a lot of dot balls, and that's why his strike rate, he struggled with his strike rate all throughout the innings. Worked away on the onside. Will pick up a single here. This is the last over of the power play. So I'm sure that Bidwai and Saraf both have their works cut out here. Right, Varun Sood into the attack, bowling the last over of the power play. Always a difficult over to bowl. He's done well so far. Saraf wants to go after the bowling here. Deep mid-wicket and long on. Are the two fieldsmen out in the deep? He'll get runs here. It's gone all the way for 6. Top hit from Saraf. Much needed. Let's take a look at this shot once again. Was pitched up, floated out to the line of the off stump. You're asking for trouble with mid-off up in the 30-yard circle. Clear the boundary comfortably this time. Top batting from Saraf. 43. Coming in quick time, 34 balls. 8 runs have come of the first 4 balls. Varun Sood under some pressure here, because Saraf is not going to hold back. He knows that he has only a couple of deliveries to go in the power play, and then the field will spread. Steps out, flicks it, finds square leg. They're going through for the single. They will make it on a poor throw. Right, Bidwai to face the last ball of the power play. Come on, Bidwai. Let's see a firework here. 38 of 35. Both batsmen have faced exactly 35 balls. Saraf's on 44. Waiting to see what the umpires say on this one. Wide will be the signal. Couple of runs added to the total. Also a ball to come in the power play. And more importantly, Saraf on strike. I think there's going to be a change here. Bidwai is coming off and he's going to be replaced by a new batsman. He's retiring. So his struggles comes to an end. Vikas Linga will be replacing Bidwai. He's gone over the top. How far has he hit this one? He's hit it far enough for 6. It's gone out of the ground. Good shot from Saraf. Brings up his half century in style. Top knock from Saraf. Right from the word go. He's been at it. And he's really performed well. 123 for 1 after 16 are the Jns Mustangs. Ashish Siroya to bowl the 17th. Vikas Linga facing up. Inside edge onto pads, gets a single. There's a bit of a correction. Rohit Saraf is batting on 49, which means that he still needs a single. There was a leg by that was accounted for a run. Linga is off the mark. Now Linga can hit it a long way. Bidwai was struggling. I think this is only going to help the Mustangs in every which way. Right, Saraf batting on 49. Gets it. Well played, very well played, Rohit Saraf. Coming in just 37 balls. Has done really well for his side. Top knock. Vikas Linga. Linga's gone big here. But he's only managed the top edge. And the fieldsman does well at square leg. And Linga will depart for only a single. The idea was correct to go over square leg. The execution, to his misfortune, wasn't good enough. Right, Neeraj Parab facing up. Short and wide, asking to be hit. He misses the ball. He's just walked into bat, expected to score briskly. They're surely targeting 160 here. 35 runs more. You got to get them in 20 balls. Down the ground for a single. Right, Saraf's back on strike. That's what we want to see. We want to see Saraf on strike. We want to see Saraf go big here. Saraf hasn't timed this. Square leg. Puts it down. Was a difficult one. And I think it's going to be a run out here. Either ways, Neeraj Parab, I believe, is going to be run out here. Bit of a misunderstanding. Wanted to go back for the second Parab. But Saraf decided against the second. And with that, they've lost their third wicket of the Mustangs here. Now this is what happened. Clearly short of his ground. "17 overs have been bowled, 127 for 3 are the Mustangs." Atul Ganeriwal has been given the ball. He's going to be bowling the 18th. Saraf on strike. Right, here we go. Saraf facing up. Saraf's gone big here. But how far has he hit this one? No timing whatsoever. It's only a single to Siroya, who is standing at long off. Kunal Zaveri batting at number 5. Technically batting at number 6. Bidwai was retired hurt. Zaveri's role here will be to give the strike back to Saraf. Makes sense. He's running the first one hard. They'll settle down for the single. Now Saraf needs to go big here. The need of the hour is boundaries and sixes from here for the Mustangs. I'm sure they're targeting 160, but if they can get to 165, 170, they would definitely test the Jaguars. Bottom edge. Chance of a run out. Goes a begging. Atul Ganeriwal misses. And Saraf survives. Now Zaveri on strike. No timing whatsoever. Atul Ganeriwal has bowled a fabulous over so far. It's been only singles of the first 4 balls. Bowling in the 18th, you've done a fine job so far. Pressure on the batsman to score a boundary here. Rohit Saraf will be facing up with the intention to go big. Come on, Saraf. Let's connect one out of the ground here. He's gone big, but how far has he hit this one? Far enough to only deep mid-wicket. Saraf will have to depart here. Tired shot from Rohit Saraf. Did not time it well enough. And with that, the 4th wicket down for the Jns Mustangs. At a time when they need boundaries and sixes, they're losing wickets, and the main man, Rohit Saraf, is departing. Not good news for the Jns Mustangs. This will make a difference of 10 to 15 runs to the eventual total. Soil Parekh facing up. Oh, they're going through for a leg by. Run out opportunity again. Ganeriwal misses. So the second time in the over, he's missed the stumps at the non-striking end. 18 overs have been bowled. 132 for 4 are the Mustangs. Vishal Marwana, left arm spinner to bowl the penultimate over of the innings. Starts off with a single, does Sahil Parekh here. Gets off the mark. Steps out. He's found the gap here. Long on was very straight. A normal long on position would have been a single. Gets a boundary, Zaveri. Much needed for the Mustangs. It's been a while since they scored a boundary. Well bowled, Marwana. That's where he needs to be. Need not pitch it up when you know the batsman's coming after you. Gone onside-ish. Behind square. Goes for 4. Good shot, Zaveri. Very good shot. The good thing about this shot was he played it behind square. Top stuff. Goes through the offside. Shiroya does well at long off. Will only be a single. So 140 has been breached. 160 looks a distance away. 18 runs away. 7 balls with 2 new batsmen. It's not going to be easy. Sahil Parekh. Cleaned up. Poles ruptured. Poor shot from Parekh. 19 overs have been bowled. 142 for 5. Now are the Mustangs with an over to come. Right, we have a no ball here, which means that it's going to be a free hit. Atul Ganeriwal to bowl the last over. What are we talking here? 15 more runs. Can they get to 160? It's possible with 6 balls to come because the first ball ended up as a no ball. They have a good opportunity, the Mustangs, to get to 160. Can Zaveri hit a couple out of the ground here? Zaveri is batting on 13 of 7. So he's gotten off to a bit of a start. Mehul Shah has just walked out there. So you can't expect too much from him. Batting at number 7-8. Oh, Zaveri, you're expected to go big. Let's see what you can do. Well bowled, Ganeriwal. Very well bowled. That was a free hit, mind you. And he could not get hold of it, Zaveri. Played away on the onside. They're running the first one hard. Zaveri needs to go back for the second here. This could be tight. Wicketkeeper takes the bails off. He's been given out here, Zaveri. Not good news for the Mustangs. Well done by Atul Ganeriwal with the ball. This is what happened. Atul attacked the ball really well, released the ball beautifully. And Zaveri was found short. Okay, interestingly, we have Harish Shroff out there. Two new batsmen, both batting or not in the last over. Not good news for the Mustangs. But can Shroff get hold of one here? The mandate's very clear. They need to go for runs. They need to go for boundaries here. Yes, they've just walked out of bat. But it does not change the fact that we're batting in the last over. And that we need runs here as Mustangs. Well bowled, Ganeriwal. He's done a top job here in the last over. It's true that he bowled the first ball as a no ball, but thereafter he's really done well. Picked up a wicket in the form of a run out. And now he is dominating with the ball as Ganeriwal in this over. I am very disappointed with the way Mustangs have batted here. Bidwai, after having retired hurt, it's been a galore of wickets that have fallen down. They haven't been able to recover really. Saraf fell at the wrong time. It's not helped the Mustangs one single little bit. Oh, come on, Harish Shroff. You're expected to go out of the ground here. Harish times it well. Should be a couple of runs to Harish. So 150 will be on the cards here. Last ball to go of the innings. Come on, Shroff. Let's see you go out of the town with this ball. Out of the ground rather. Forget out of the ground. He won't put it even outside the 30-yard circle. I think it's going to be a leg by to end the innings. So they end up with exactly 150 to the JNS Mustangs in their allotted 20 overs. Well, the Jns Jaguars, when they come out to bat, they'll need a run more than 150. Rohit Saraf top scoring, 54 coming in quick time, 41 balls. But the rest of the batsmen went at pretty much around a ball. Bidwai 38 of 36. Vishal Majumdar 22 of 26. Zaveri 14 of 9. In the bowling department, Chitalia picked up a wicket in his 4 overs. Was economical, went for only 21 runs. So did Shiroya in his 4 overs. Went only for 29 and picked up a wicket. And did Vishal Marwana, the left-arm spinner, pick up a wicket in his 4 overs, going for 26 runs. All in all, matches in the balance. Very good effort from the Jaguars to keep them down to only 150. Jaguars will fancy their chances here, as the target for them is exactly 151. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the chase has gotten underway out here at the Air India Cricket Ground in Santa Cruz, Kalina, Mumbai. The Jaguars, going after 151, have started off decently well. Jitendra Diwan getting a boundary in this over. He's expected to perform every time that he plays. Hitesh Patel, left arm seamer, expected to do something with the new ball. There is deep square leg, fine leg. He's getting the ball to curl back into the right-handers, which is always a good sign going forward. This is the man that they want to pick up, do the Mustangs. They know he's the danger man. You put him into the equation, and if he scores runs, it's going to make life easier for the Jaguars. You get him, and you're going to be testing the Jaguars as well. Jitendra Diwan, prolific performer. Very handy with the bat. Mr. Consistent. Right, Hitesh bringing the ball back into the right-hander. Goes down the leg side this time. Needs to control the swing. Bowled one down the leg side, which was his first ball, which Jitendra Diwan put for 4. Hitesh Patel is expected to strike for the Mustangs, particularly when you see two right-handers batting, and you know that you're getting the ball back into the right-handers. You're expected to either clean up the poles or get a leg before wicket. Flicked away. Will be a single to deep square leg. Waiting to see how Amaya Deshpande plays from here. We know what JD can do. Can Amaya stand his ground with Diwan? Jaguars know that they only need to get a decent start. With wickets in hand, they will fancy their chances to get to this total. They don't need to do anything fancy. 150 in T20 cricket is pretty standard. 10 without the loss of any wickets after 2 are the Jaguars. Right, Rohit Saraf, tall man. Might get some extra bounce here. Amaya Deshpande facing up. Well bowled, Saraf. Very well bowled. With the grass that's left on the wicket, with the new ball, you're expected to get some movement, not only in the air, off the deck as well. Works cut out for the openers with the new ball particularly. There is a slip employed for Saraf. That's because he's getting the ball to go away from the right-handers. They need wickets to the Mustangs. Off the back foot will be a single. There's a man in the deep on the offside. Amaya Deshpande has done well here to stay with Jitendra Diwan. He's looking good from one end. He's keeping it tight. On the other hand, we know JD will get on with the game sooner rather than later. Well bowled, Saraf. Very well bowled. He's keeping it tight here. This is a good start by the bowlers of the Mustangs. Opening pair is lethal. Even JD knows the threat with the new ball. The role will be to just keep wickets in hand. You don't do anything stupid. More often than not, you will get across the line when you're chasing 150. The start's going to be important. At the moment, with the ball doing something, runs will not be a concern for the batsman. JD letting that ball go through. 3 overs have been bowled. 12 for no loss are the Jaguars. 4 overs have been bowled. 20 for 1 are the Jaguars. Hitesh Patel doing well. Jitendra Devan coming inside the line of the ball. Missed the ball. When you miss a straight ball after coming inside the line of the ball, more often than not, you will be found in front. Right, Saraj bowled very well here. In his 2 overs, has given away only 3 runs. Has kept it really tight. Atul Ganeriwal facing up. Down the leg side will be signalled as a wide. Jaguars are going to be tested here. They've lost the key batsman, Jitendra Devan. It will put some pressure on the batsman to come, and these two in the middle. Right. Atul Ganeriwal cuts, finds the gap, but there is a fieldsman out there in the deep. So a bit of a fumble by the man in the deep gives them the second. Was a good looking shot for a couple of runs. Rohit Saraf expected to do a job for his side. He's done well so far. Drives will be a single. Atul's looking good here. Right, Amaya Deshpande facing up. Amaya cuts, finds point. The good thing that Rohit Saraf has done so far is that he's not tried to do anything extravagant. He's just trying to bowl in the good length region, sometimes just before it. Getting some movement in the air and off the deck. That's why he's bowling his third. This could very well be his last over in this spell. Backward point misfields. Should give them a couple of runs. Amaya Deshpande just sizing up conditions at the moment. He's taken his own sweet time. Even the Mustangs with the new ball did the same thing. They took their own sweet time initially. Caught up a little later. Amaya, the pressure on him after Jitendra's wicket will be a little bit more, because they were expecting Devan to fire. But that tactic completely backfired. It is going to test the Jaguars from here. It's not going to be easy. .125 of 92 with 9 wickets in hand. More often than not, you'll back the batting side. Movement in the air, a bit exaggerated this time round. Atul's gone up to have a word with Amaya here. Very well bowled. Starting an off stump, ending up in the wicketkeeper's gloves. Swing in the air, some seam of the deck. That is exactly the line he needs to bowl. And the length, particularly when you're getting some movement in the air, you need to be full. They do well to keep slip in there, I believe, now that the ball's still doing something. Outside edge. Squeezes through the gap. Third man was in the 30-yard circle. Not too sure why long off was out there. Will pick up 3 runs on the last ball of the 5th over. 30 for 1 are the Jaguars. Left arm spinner. Post the power play, always an asset. Only Ganeriwal wanted the second. Amaya was content with the single. The good thing that the Mustangs have done is that they haven't allowed the run rate to go alarmingly forward, and they've picked up a big wicket to go along with that. But I still feel that they need to make inroads into the batting lineup of the Jaguars if they have to stand a chance. A partnership here will put the Jaguars in a very strong position. Wickets in hand will be the key all throughout. After Bidwai, that is Manoj Bidwai in the first innings, after he retired hurt, wickets kept tumbling down for the Mustangs, and that did not help them one single little bit. Where they were looking at 165, 170, they ended up with 150, and it's going to make a difference to the eventual result of the game. 165, 170 always sounds and is a lot more better than 150. Not too sure why he retired, but I think that was a telling blow for the Mustangs, because at that time Sharaf was going big. In between, Atul Ganeriwal has parked meat to the cover boundary. Superb shot using his feet, getting to the pitch of the ball, and good hands from Ganeriwal. Beats long off comfortably in the end. Atul's look good from the outset, 8 of 5. The good thing that Meet's doing is he's tossing it up, so the batsman has to put all the pace on the ball. When a left arm spinner is doing that, you know he's in control. Six overs have been bowled, 38 for 1 are the Jaguars. Shroffs into the attack. Ganeriwal facing up. Starts off with a decent delivery. Gets a single, Atul. Brings Amaya on strike. Both batsmen batting on 10. The only difference is the number of balls faced. Amaya has taken 15, whereas Atul has got 8 balls. Atul started off really well. Amaya is only going to have to rotate the strike from here so that it does not put any pressure on the batsman. Extras will always help the batting side. Off spinner after a left arm spinner. Off the back foot over the top of cover is not an easy shot of an off spinner. Amaya has made that look easy. That is a terrific hit. Never looked to hit the ball hard. Only concentrated on timing. Chip over cover. Wow, that is some shot. Jaguars certainly have some talent up in the ranks with a bat in hand. Glided for a single. Ganeriwal does really well there. Down the ground for a single goes Ganeriwal. Eight runs have come off the first 4 balls. Amaya 15 of 17. Just started to get going. He'd surely catch up with his strike rate. He knows that the importance is for him to just be out there. Runs will come outside edge. Trying to cut. Short third man. Meath is out there. But they'll pick up a single. That's because Atul Ganeriwal's running has been above par. Has certainly run the singles pretty quickly. Calls his partner through more often than not. Very alert. Atul's been the aggressor. Not only with the bat, even in the running. Well bowled, Shroff to end the over. Extra bounce defeating Atul on that occasion. 47 for 1 after 7 are the Jaguars. So the left arm spinner will continue here. Down the leg side will be signaled as wide. They're prettily placed at the moment are the Jaguars, 104 and 78. Pretty comfortable from here with 9 wickets in hand. I don't think he's not got hold of it at all. Luckily fell in no man's land. Go back for the second. Atul pushed him through there. He is tiring his Amaya. Again down the leg side. Hasn't started off the show well. Straight away apologizes. Amaya Deshpande is feeling the heat out there. I won't blame him. 36 degrees is not easy on the body. It is very hot out there. They're going through for a quick single. Atul's always going to get there. Amaya was the only concern. He gets there too. Well bowled, Meath. Very well bowled. Looks a completely different bowler whenever he pitches it up. You'll never see him push a ball through. Loves tossing it up. Challenges the batsman to put all the pace on the ball. Amaya Deshpande facing up. He's found in front here. He's missed the straight one. Has Amaya Deshpande. Well bowled, Meet very well bowled. This ball came back into the right-hander. You don't expect that after having been pitched up. He tossed this one up. So Amaya was playing for the turn whilst there wasn't any. It hit the pad first before going on to the bat. Good decision by the umpire. Meet picks up a wicket. Just what the doctor ordered for the Mustangs. Jaguars lose their openers. Amaya goes for 19. 53 for 2 with a couple of balls to come in the 8th. Right, Hemal Chitalia batting at number 4. Expected to do a job for his side here. Off the back foot, gets off the mark straight away. Oh, they're going back for the second on the fumble. Good running. That's Chitalia's role, rotating the strike from here. Ganeriwal will always do that. Comes across as a good stroke maker as well, Atul Ganeriwal. So he'll take the pressure off his partner always. Chitalia has gone over the top. Hasn't timed it. But they'll get a couple of runs here. Right, 8 overs have been bowled. 57 for 2 are the Jaguars. Right, we have a leg spinner up our ranks, and he's been greeted too with a boundary. Ganeriwal using his feet was tossed up really high. Good extension of the arms. Lovely extra cover drive. Long off was relatively straight, so he had no chance whatsoever once it beat cover. Ganeriwal picks up a boundary of the first ball of the over. And after that, picks up a quick, quiet single. That's what Ganeriwal is all about. Very smart cricketer. Knows exactly what he's doing. Chitalia has gotten off to a good start here. 4 of 2. Outside edge. Fine catch by the fieldsman. At backward point. It's a one-handed catch. Wow. This was a splendid take. Rohit Saraf picks up a blinder. Got a half century in the first innings. Has taken Chitalia here. And with that, the Jaguars have lost their third wicket. Wow. Full toss. And he's found square leg here. He's asking the question from the umpire. But it's been given out because the arm of the umpire stayed down. Double strike here for Parab. Shantanu Agasti comes. And Shantanu Agasti goes. How often do we see a leg spinner pick up wickets on full tosses and short balls? And that's exactly what has happened here. Did not have the power, did not time it at all, did Agasti. Held comfortably in the deep. And the Jaguars in some trouble here at 62 for 4. '89 of 68. Jaguars need a partnership. Mustangs have done really well here to chip away at the wickets. Parab has done a beautiful job in this over. He's picked up a couple of wickets. He's on a hat-trick here. Big ball. Manan Gandhi on strike. Slip employed. Tossed up. Another full toss. Straight back to the bowler. Drives. Top over from Parab. Couple of wickets in it. And with that, the Jaguars 63 for 4. Cut away. Will only be a single. Ashank Shah, another leg spinner. Atul's run the first one hard. He's going to go back for the second. Well bowled, very well bowled by Shah. Now he's not turning the ball, but he's getting the ball to skid through. Always brings leg before wicket into play. Tossed up. Goes down towards long on. More towards deep mid-wicket rather. Gets a single. Brings Gandhi on strike. Jaguars need a partnership. And they need it right now. Cut away. Gets a single. Right, last ball before the drinks interval. Ganeriwal on strike. Waiting for the umpire signal on this one. I think he's got bat to ball, and he's done it really well as Ganeriwal. Just opening the face of the bat at the last moment, guiding it. Literally off the wicketkeeper's gloves. Short third man, chased it down till the boundary, but eventually could not get to it. And Ganeriwal finishes the over in style. Halfway through the innings, 72 for 4 are the Jaguars. Right, Parab, couple of wickets in his first over. Panan Gandhi's role pretty much will be to rotate the strike from here because Atul Ganeriwal's going really well. He will get you those boundaries. He will keep rotating the strike. That's pretty much been the way he's fared all throughout the innings. Much better. Gets a single down the ground. The best thing about Ganeriwal is that he does not play dot balls. Always looking for the singles. Very busy batsman. Pushes his non-strikers as well. Partners rather. Steps down. Goes through cover. Cover does well to stop that ball because that was struck firmly. Some turn. Completely mistimed by Gandhi. Fortunately for him, went in the gap. Tossed up. Atul drives. Long off misfields. Now that's the last thing you want when your side's on top. When you have the batsman under some pressure, that's the last thing you want to do. Now that was got a bad bounce, but he was nowhere close to the ball. Eleven overs, 79 for 4 are the Jaguars. Starts off with a wide down the leg side. Wicketkeeper does really well there because that was well down the leg side. Much better. Now this is a contest because Meath loves tossing it up. Ganeriwal will use his feet if it's tossed up down the ground for a single. He's doing a fine job for his side is Atul Ganeriwal, keeping them in the hunt. 30 of 20 when the other batsmen have struggled a bit. Very well bowled. Top stuff for Meet. Gave it enough air in the good length region. Beat Gandhi comfortably and comprehensively this time round. That's exactly what Gandhi needs to do. Keep rotating the strike. Whenever Atul is on strike, you can expect something to happen because he's thinking runs. Well bowled. Very well bowled by Shah. Ganeriwal disappointed with himself that he could not get that away. Wanted to just quietly nudge it on the onside. Right, last ball of the over. Steps out, goes through cover, gets a boundary. Top stuff from Atul Ganeriwal. Plays a dot ball but makes up on the next one. Now take a look at this closely. He almost knew that Meet would flight it. And Ganeriwal won't be shy of using his feet. Does really well that time round. 12 overs have been bowled. 87 for 4 are the Jaguars, needing 64 in the last 8. Neeraj tosses this one up. Goes down the ground as Manan Gandhi for a single. Mustangs need Ganeriwal. If they don't get him, Ganeriwal will take the Jaguars home. Drives. This is going to be a closely contested match. Manan has his work cut out. He'll have to support Ganeriwal. Atul cannot afford to lose his wicket. There wasn't a run there. Manan felt there was one in there. Ganeriwal was quick to send him back. Very good judger of a single is Ganeriwal. Never shy of using his feet. This time they have deep extra cover and long off in position for him. They've recognized that he's strong through the offside, particularly against the leg spinners. And even Meet the left arm spinner. He's peppered the extra cover boundary a few times as Ganeriwal. Now Manan Gandhi facing up. Short ball down the ground to long on for a single. Parab's doing a fine job for his side. Picked up a couple of wickets in his first over. Has been economical as well. If anything, Ganeriwal's gotten runs of him. Steps out, goes through cover, but they have a man in the deep now. So will only be a single. 13 overs have been completed. 93 for 4 are the Jaguars. Shroff's back into the attack. That's Ganeriwal for you. Always busy. Cut away of the back foot, finds point. Partnership of 32 of 28. They're doing this well, both of them. Atul's been the aggressor in the partnership. He's been the dominant partner. Much better for Manan. Jns Jaguars. They're doing well at the moment. Mustangs need a breakthrough here. The pressure is building on the fielding side. He's done really well, has Harish Shroff in this over. Has given away only 2 runs in the first 5 balls. Make that. This could be tight. Asking the question given. Manan will have to depart here. They needed a breakthrough with the Mustangs and they've gotten it. The only good thing for the Jaguars is that Ganeriwal is still out there. Now this is what happened. Was a full toss on leg stump. Straight to square leg. Non-striker took his own sweet time getting started. Run out at a wrong time for the Jaguars. 14 overs have been bowled. 95 for 5 now are the Jaguars. Needing 56 in the last 6. Goes down the ground. Midon is in the 30-yard circle. We're in the batting power play. This is only going to help Ganeriwal in every which way. The only thing that he can't afford to do is lose his wicket. Uses his feet beautifully this time round. Never easy hitting a left-arm spinner over mid-on. Starts the over on a high. 99 now are the Jaguars. Meecha under some pressure in his last over here. He's been asked to bowl the difficult over. This is going to be a contest. Deep extra cover and long off are the two fieldsmen out in the deep. Atul uses his feet again. This time finds mid-on. This is a big breakthrough for the Mustangs. The danger man will have to depart. And the Jaguars will have to do the hard yards from here. It is not going to be easy from here for the Jaguars. They've lost the big man. Getting carried away. Atul Ganeriwal wanting to go over mid-on. Just chipped it to mid-on. No timing whatsoever. And with that, Atul Ganeriwal departs for 43. He's played really well, but I'm afraid that he's lost his wicket at the wrong time. That's exactly what I spoke about earlier in the over, that he cannot afford to lose his wicket. And that's what he's done here. Right, so we have literally two new batsmen in the middle. Shamim Karbari goes down the leg side, will be signalled as a wide. Meet has bowled a few wide balls in this innings, particularly down the leg side. But he's picked up the big fish. The 100 also comes up with that wide. Again down the leg side. Played away on the onside for a single. Vishal Marwana, left-hander. He's going to play an important role for his side here. Both need to get 15-20 runs here. Do the batsmen apiece. This is going to be an important partnership for the Jaguars. Now that Atul Ganeriwal is gone, one of the two batsmen will have to take charge. Oh, he's gone big, first ball. And he's found the gap to go along with that. Gets off the mark in style. Ball coming back into the left-hander. Peppers the onside. Does really well this time round. Good start for Marwana. Micha has picked up a couple of wickets, but he's been a tad expensive as well. I don't think the Mustangs will mind that because he's given them the important wicket of Atul Ganeribal. Marwana facing up. He's gone down the ground now and he's timed this really well. It's going for 4. Well done, Vishal Marwana. He is stamping his authority straight away after having walked into the crease. Jaguars will still believe that they're in the game. $110 for 6 after 15 are the Jaguars. Right, Rohit Saraf. Captain bringing himself on. Understands the importance of continuously getting in roads here. They've broken through really well, have the Mustangs. 41 in the last 5. Match is in the balance, one would have to say. It could be anybody's game from here. Mustang needs wickets. Jaguars need a partnership. Vishal Marwana has started off in style. He's put the first 2 balls to the boundary that he's faced. Waiting to see how he goes against Saraf. Oh, he's still continuing in his merry way. Remember, this is the last over of the power play. Marwana will go back for the second. Long off and long on are the two fieldsmen out in the deep. Inside edge. Fine leg is in the 30-yard circle. Ball will trickle into the ropes for 4. Gets another boundary, Vishal Marwana. Fortunes this time. Really lucky that they did not go onto the leg stump. But fortune favors the brave. And Marwana has been really brave in this innings so far. His 14 has come off only 4 balls, remember. He is in a hurry. 34 needed of 27. Flashed outside the line of the off stump. Finds point. He's gone big here. And he's connected really well, has Vishal Marwana. Wow, this is some innings for Marwana. 18 of 6. He's going like a tracer bullet at the moment. He has taken advantage of the power play. This is a fine knock for Marwana. He's getting the Jaguars close. 30 of 25. He's gone over the top. He has connected really well on this. It's gone all the way for 6. Vishal Marwana has brought this down to a runner ball. What a knock so far from him. 24 of 7. Ends the over on a high. Power play has gone the Jaguars' way. Thanks to Vishal Marwana's knock so far. 16 overs have been bowled. 125 for 6 are the Jaguars. Harish Shroff to Kharbari. Off the back foot into the offside. Gets a single. Right, brings Vishal Marwana on strike. Marwana's on a roll. 24 of 7 to him. The way Marwana has played in the power play, came out bang bang, started off with boundaries, then tongue to six. He's done a phenomenal job for his side so far. Just over the top of the fieldsman. Will pick up a couple of runs here. Wanted to go over cover. Ended up slicing it. Off the back foot into the offside. Picks up a single. He's done a fine job for his side. He's kept them interested. They're in striking distance are the Jaguars, thanks to Marwana. Only 21 needed. Rather 20 needed. Off 21 balls. Shameen Karbari only needs to get Vishal Marwana back on strike. He should have thrown Harish Shroff. He felt Marwana would have made it. Worked away on the onside. Picks up a single. Right, 133 for 6 after 17 are the Jns Jaguars. down the leg side. This is not going to help the Mustangs one single little bit. They need Marwana and they need him now. If they don't get him, Marwana will take his side home. He's gone down the ground. He's connected really well on this one. Has Vishal Marwana. It's gone all the way for 6. Wow, this has been a display of stroke play from a left-hander who's batting at number 8 for his side. Top hit. Vishal Marwana wants to get this done and dusted pretty quickly. Only 11 needed now. Down to long on this time for a single. Somehow managed to go through for a single. This could have been tight. Makes his ground. Does Shamim Kharbari. Right, Vishal Marwana facing up. Ten runs needed of the last 15. One would have to say that the Jaguars are in the driver's seat. All right, I think he's got this in the mid-drift. This will take some time. That was really well bowled by Parab. Vishal Marwana wants to still go after the bowling. That's been the way he's batted all throughout the innings so far. But the Jaguars have done really well, having lost Jitendra Diwan early on, then Atul Ganeriwal in the middle. They've done well, I feel, to be in this position. Only 9 needed. "13 balls left in the match. Sweeps. Finds deep square leg. Will be a single. "18 overs have been bowled. 143 for 6 are the Jns Jaguars. Shroff into the attack. Goes down the ground. Does Carberry. Gets a single. Right, 1 hit away are the Jaguars. Marwana has the potential to finish things off. Goes to the onside. Marwana is going back for the second. Carberry does well. It's gone through cover now. Will be a single. No, it's going to be a couple of runs here. Marwana happy to walk the second. Jaguars have done a phenomenal job, having lost so many wickets. Vishal Marwana particularly. 40 of just 16 balls. Right, only 3 needed. Inside edge, is it? Gotta wait for the umpire signal on this one. No signal means it's come off the bat. Carberry, can he finish things off in this over? Couple of balls to go in the over, couple of runs to win. I'm just wondering if Manoj Bidwa had not retired hurt and the Mustangs would have gotten to 160, 165, this would have been a totally different game. A ball to go in the over, a couple of runs to win. Shamim Carberry. Does he want to leave it to Marwana to finish things off? Gets it. They're going to have to run a couple of runs here because the ball's held up in play. And this will do it for the Jaguars. They've beaten the Mustangs by 4 wickets. And an over to spare. Top stuff from Vishal Marwana. Ends up 41 not out of 17. It's been a fine chase from the Jaguars. Remember, they won the toss, elected to field first, wanted to chase, and they've done that. Atul Ganeriwal stood out, 43 of 33, fine knock from him. Vishal Marwana ends up 41 not out of 17 towards the end. Gave the finishing blow. Amay Deshpande, the opener, got 19 of 21. In the bowling department, it was Neeraj Parab who picked up a couple of wickets in his first over itself. Went for 30 in his quota. Rohit Saraf, the captain, went for 30. It was Meecha who picked up a couple of wickets in his 4 overs. Was a tad expensive. Went for 41. Hitesh Patel picked up a wicket in his 2 overs. Eventually, the Jaguars winning comfortably by 4 wickets and an over to spare. We're done with the first match of the day. The second match coming your way in 15 to 20 minutes from now. Do stay tuned in.